The hard drive of a computer is the primary storage device. It is a non-removable device inside your computer that retains all the information when the computer is turned off. A fast hard drive supplies the computer with data as fast as it needs. Hard drives are typically measured in gigabytes, and the larger the number, the more storage the computer has. When looking at purchasing a new home computer or laptop, it is important to understand how the hard drive works with your computer and how much storage capacity you will need. When saving information on your computer, the application is recorded on a magnetic platter inside the hard drive. Most hard drives have several platters that allow them to spin at speeds from 5,200 to 15,000 times per minute. The amount of hard drive space the computer has will affect how much data that can be saved. The data on a hard drive can be deleted or erased from the memory at any time and does not need a constant power supply to save the information. It used to be that hard drives were small and at a capacity of no more than 5 MB. Now most new computers and laptops have no less than 40 GB. Some hard drive capacities can exceed 500 GB. New drives have come available that are 1000 GB or 1 TB. Today, computers with these capabilities can store a massive amount of information, videos and photos without getting bogged down. Choosing a hard drive can be confusing if you are not familiar with what to look for. Hard drives can have a very high capacity but be very small physically. It is important when looking at hard drives for your computer or laptop to know what you need. Performance in a hard drive can vary dramatically. There is nothing more frustrating than trying to save information and learning your hard drive is full. If you plan on using your hard drive to store a minimum amount of information, you may not need to spend the extra money on a bigger hard drive. For storing large files, videos, music and pictures, your computer will need to be equipped with a larger amount of hard drive space. You can purchase 160 GB and bigger of hard drive space on most computers. I recommend no smaller than that if you plan on working with a large number of picture, music, and/or video files. The general rule of thumb for purchasing hard drive space is to purchase the largest amount of space you think you will need and that you can afford. Price is a big factor when choosing the right hard drive. The most common size of hard drive for the money ranges from 160 to 200 GB. These hard drive sizes are readily available for most operating systems. They are a good economical choice for computer users needing the computer for everyday storage and use. Hard drives are very cheap these days. About 15 years ago I paid $200 for a 2 GB drive. Today you can get a 160 GB drive for around $50 or less. Besides the size of the hard drive and purchase price, consider access times and transfer rates when looking at hard drives. The transfer rate is how much data can be transferred per second. This can vary though, depending on the condition of the computer. A computer that is nearly full may have a much slower transfer rate. Transfer rates come in either internal or external. The internal transfer rate is how fast the hard drive can read the data. The external transfer rate is how fast the drive can speak data to whatever it is connected to. Usually, the actual transfer rate will be a little slower than listed, so it is best to get a faster transfer rate. The external rate is linked to the type of hard drive interface that the computer is using. There are several types of hard drive interfaces today. IDE, SCSI, and SATA are the most common internal hard drive interfaces. USB, FireWire, SATA are examples of external hard drive interfaces. Each has its own properties that should be considered when choosing a computer or upgrading an existing computer. Be aware that hard drive speed is affected by the computer's capabilities. If your computer is slow, a bigger and faster hard drive will only do so much. Also, if your computer is operating slowly, a full hard drive may be the problem. If your computer system is running slow, deleting unnecessary files from the hard drive will help. Additionally, defrag is another option used to optimize slow hard drive systems. Fragmentation of the hard drive occurs when the operating system breaks a saved file into small separate pieces and stores them in other places. This usually happens when there is not enough room to store all the data. Defrag takes those stored file fragments and pieces them back together again. The process can be time-consuming, but is a good way to optimize hard drive space and speed up your computer. One option we recommend to our customers is to make the main hard drive, usually C drive, in your computer small, say around 60, 80 or 100 GB. Then have a second hard drive either internal or external that is as large as you can afford. You then configure your system to save all important files to the second hard drive while the main hard drive is used for the operating system and program files. By doing this you will help your system be more productive because fragmentation to the main drive should not happen often, thus maintaining the shortest time possible for the programs to load or run. When you do need to defrag the drive, it won't take very long. One additional benefit is that the main drive is the one that usually fails. With no important data on that drive, you will not lose anything should a drive go south on you. Choosing an external USB drive for the second hard drive gives an additional benefit to those who travel a lot. When in the office, you can plug it into your main computer, but when traveling you can take it with you and hook it to your laptop. Once you set both computers to use the external drive as your data drive, you'll automatically be working from the same files on each system.